when you get the script for Game of Thrones, when you read Tyrion's character as the first season is being filmed, what are you thinking? Are you thinking like, this is what I've been waiting for? I've never really gotten a role like this. I'm sure you get a lot of bullshit roles and like stuff that you're like, this is the same fucking thing I always get. Then you get this guy, Tyrion, who's so complex, so smart, so layered. Are you like, I get to flex now? And then are you like, this is going to be it?
Yeah. First, no. Yes, I get to flex, but I'm sort of maybe cynical about if something feels that good.
It's not going to work.
It's not going to work. Nobody's going to buy this. In the first season, we didn't have any money, truly. I mean, it's all relative. We had some money. But even at the end, if you visit our like base camp, our trailers were the same as they were in the first season. It was really, and I think that's what made the spirit of all of us come together so well. And the crew, we roughed it, man. You really would never know. Our salaries got higher as it went along, but the conditions were kind of great, like an indie movie almost. I mean, the sets were extraordinary, and the costumes were extraordinary. That didn't feel indie, but the vibe did, and I think that's what really. But to answer your question, no, I was kind of cynical. Like, this is great. Nobody's going to go for it. It's weird.
After the first season, did they start expanding your role? Do you think that they saw something special? And
I don't know if you start expanding it, but they definitely started. What happens in TV, they start to write for the actor. They gear it to your strengths and challenge your weaknesses. You know.
Oh, like, so what did they try to challenge for you?
Oh shit! I set myself up.
Yeah, this is fun.
He's like
my ability to act good.
I don't think.
No, I told them. You know, I knew David Benioff a little bit, and I got to know Dan, thankfully, who now are two of my close friends. We were also the only Americans on that show.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the producers were American, but I was the only American cast member. Momoa was American. He was on for the first season. That was a fun season. But so we sort of just got like houses, and everybody else would sort of commute back and forth to London. So the three of us sort of spent a lot of time together,
right?
Being like sort of missing our families and being, you know, the Americans abroad. But they definitely started, you could feel them warming up and making you sort of become synonymous.
So they start to understand you and how you're going to play this character, and then they write towards that.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I mean, they had the long game in their mind the whole time. The map of the whole thing was exquisite. But I just wanted to not be a fantasy dwarf. I wanted to like not to be crass, but I wanted to have a dick.
Yeah.
Like, and that's so like, it's like, you know, when clinically what you are has become sort of poached by the fantasy world as a term for somebody who's not human. Like a gnome or an ogre or whatever else. There's a fairy, pixie, leprechaun, elf, everything, dwarf. No, that one's real. That one's actually a thing. There's no gnomes in the world, but that's a thing. So, but therefore, when you do that, you're
clipping your balls.
You got all kinds of fantastical things: dragons, unicorns, dwarves.
Yeah, you're just clipped, and I was like, I can't be clipped, guys. I can't be clipped.
Akash has a,
and they do that with not just people my size.
That's what
they do that with. Nationality, you know, we got to be careful.
Who do they do? Who?
Oh, throughout the time. We're not talking about what we were talking about before.
Every slave movie has black people in it for some fucking reason.
Deal with that.
Yeah. When are we going to DEI that?
Why slave owners always got to be white? What's that about?
Disgusting.
It's negative stereotypes, dude.
Crazy stuff. Man.
Oh my god.
Crazy stuff.
Yeah, there's I thought it was pretty cool as I was looking at all the things that you've done. Again, I don't know when you first started, like, maybe getting into it, there's certain things you have to do, but it seemed like you made a choice not to play any of those roles that you would probably get offered simply
I got
because
offered.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah, early days. Now they know better to, so we're not going to send that to Pete.
Yeah, he'll be upset. But
no, I'll just quick no.
Most people that want to be an actor, let me rephrase that. Most people that want to be famous, and they want to be famous through acting, will grab at everything.
Yeah, it's the difference, and it's the culture we're living in. A lot of kids are asked, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" And they say, "Fame."
Fame. It's
without the
what's the substance of the fame? Yeah.
No, it's hard because everybody's unique, coming at it from their unique angle, and I can only speak from my angle on what I wanted to do, and I think it's more to do with the people you surround yourself with, the people you're lucky to find along the way. Like I call it the tribe. You become friends with really good writers, really good directors, and you start to do that together because we're nothing without each other.
Yeah.
We can't act in a vacuum.
Yeah.
It's a collaboration. So you sort of hook your wagon to talent, and hopefully friendships. And they're usually the same thing.
Do you have people in the dwarf community reaching out and saying, listen, bro,
In the tree hollow?
I didn't say where they lived. I didn't say where they lived, Pete.
Hold on, let me call them. It's really small. That's dwarvish.
What did you say? What did you say?
That's dwarvish for somebody page me. Remember that? You guys remember pagers?
You're an asshole. What the, you think you're all in a
I'm
group
not
chat?
asking him.
You
I'm
think
not
you're on a
asking.
fucking group chat or something?
Yeah, I had a real thoughtful question mark.
I'm sure there are. I'm just not on those group chats. I'm not on any social media, so.
You know that your fake Instagram account has
Oh, God.
4.5 million followers?
No way.
Yes.